What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Quick video. I want to send this to two types of people that I know. Friends and family, both categories. And my admonition, there it is, to you guys. One, some of you guys don't know what's going on. I get messages from people like about the Australia thing, and they're like, oh, wait, they have internment camps for people who have come in contact with people with COVID. Like, they're literally busing them to like camps, and they don't know that's happening, which, I mean, I don't fault you. Like, I would love to turn the news off, but this is a time where we really need to pay attention, guys. Things are happening around the world, and you think, oh, it's just Australia, or, oh, it's just Germany. Germany now, you can't go into restaurants or gyms, or I think a few other things, unless you're vaccinated and can prove it. And then it's just Germany, and now it's in LA, right? You can't go to a gym, you can't go to a restaurant without being vaccinated. Oh, it's just LA. Guys, we need to wake up. So the first person I'm talking to is the people who would like to just be a peacemaker. They just like to think, okay, it's not going to happen here. It can't get that bad. It is happening in the US. It's happening in Europe. It's happening in Australia. It's coming here. You are the same people that thought I was crazy. Maybe not we. You thought I were crazy, and maybe I am a little bit, but you thought I was crazy a year and a half ago when I said mask mandates lead to vaccination mandates. And it was like, no, there's no way they mandate vaccines. Well, it's here. It's now. People are losing their jobs. It's happening. So you need to wake up. It's coming here, and you need to actually pay attention, okay? I'm not saying be glued to Twitter, glued to the news. I mean, I have a lot of people that react to things I share, and I appreciate that. But like, pay attention to other people who are paying attention, but go pay attention for yourself. Find this stuff out. It's coming here. And if you're not sure, like, what's going on, like, ask somebody, right? And we'll point you to the news sources where we're finding this stuff, because they're not talking about the people rising up against the mandates in Europe, right? The mainstream news is not talking about that, because they don't want people to know that Rome has, hundreds of thousands of people in the street. Australia, they're protest, like, all over the world, they're protesting, and of course, the mainstream media is not going to tell you about it. So don't trust the mainstream media. Find out some stuff for yourself, and don't think if you just keep your head down, things are going to go back to normal, because I think we all can agree that things are not going back to normal, right? And the second group of people are the people that know stuff is wrong, know stuff is going on, but you guys are a little afraid to share, right? You don't want to be seen as overly political. You don't want to be seen as overly, into it. So what you guys do is you kind of sit back, watch other people get involved, get mad, and I'm not faulting you, but I'm saying now is the time, right? A lot of you guys are the type of people that say, oh, well, I got my gun, it'll never happen here. Guys, if you want to speak up now because you're afraid of being seen as too political, what makes you think you're going to grab a gun? Like that, you don't go from being silent and being afraid to make waves because, you want to just go and not make people uncomfortable. You don't go from that to like mirroring our forefathers and picking up a rifle and going out and like, armed revolution, right? That's not a progression that just happens. If you're not vocal now, you will not take action later. So my admonition to you guys is, guys, you have to speak up for the people that are losing their jobs. I'm blessed that I'm not losing my job, but if I just shut up and watch my friends lose their jobs and go, at least it's not happening to me, what makes me think that when it happens to me, that other people are going to stand up for me, right? And you may say, oh, I got the vaccine, it's not that big of a deal. That's fine. Here's the deal, guys. If the government has a right to mandate what you put in your body, or you can be fired, or mandate what you can say, and, the Biden administration or Brandon administration, depending on what you want to call it, is now about to roll out mandatory quarantines for anybody traveling back to the U.S. from, let's say you go to Mexico on vacation, right? If you come back, it's going to be, at least they think it's going to be mandatory quarantines. And what does that lead to, right? They say, hey, you got to be in your house for 5 to 7 days, whatever it is. And you have to test negative. And that's vaccinated or unvaccinated. See, they'll get in the vaccine, get the shot, just go along with it. Maybe they'll give you your life back. Doesn't really work. All this being said, what happens if you leave your house when you're not supposed to? Well, they're going to fine you, right? Well, what if you don't pay that fine? What are they going to do? They're going to send some kind of law enforcement who have guns. And what if you don't want to be arrested? it's this progression, and you say, just go along with it, it'll all get better. Look at Australia. They are literally loading them up into army vehicles, taking them to camps, and then when they try to get out, locking them down and, you know, putting barbed wire fences around them, and then having people call on them like they're runaway Jews. Like, no joke. So anyways, guys, I really think now is the time to speak up. Whether you've been vaccinated, whether you haven't, it doesn't matter. This is about what our country is based on, and it's based on personal liberty. It's based on the ability of government not to rule your life. And, you know, I feel bad for Australia. I feel bad for Europe. And Canada, they're imprisoning pastors for having church. Like, it's just crazy. We are blessed to live in the country we have, but unless a lot of people watching this video stand up and are bold about it, we will not have this country for long, right? You can't always depend on somebody else to be willing to lay down their life for your freedom if you're not willing to lay down your life for others' freedom. So be best, be blessed, be bold, and do something, guys. Get vocal. Love ya. Peace.